Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm Ron Nicoletti. It is Monday. That's right, Monday, July 1st, a special racing day. But the fans are out, and boy, are they out right behind me. A Bugatti and a Lamborghini. So the fans are here. We got 9 races. I think one of those cars might be Pete Aiello's. He's got the track and weather conditions.
Sorry to disappoint you, Ronnie, and all our viewers out there, but I didn't invest as well as you did, so I'll have to take my car home tonight with 9 races in total, a fast main track, a firm turf course, and no carryovers to speak of. First of the day over the turf at 5 furlongs. Claimer is in for a price tag of $10,000. Scratch number 9, Venezuelan Warrior, a field of 8. Favorites were 3, Some Overture,
Racing at Gulfstream.
6, Long Blade.
Long Blade begins nicely. Here's Crimson Spade between horses to challenge and take over. Down inside, it's Travie Boy. Some Overture is away racing in 4th. Followed 5th by Wildcat Saint. Then it's Grand Junior ahead of Black Pepper, and American River is last. They pass the half-mile point. Long Blade getting a good stalking trip, 3 wide 3rd, as the advantage belongs to Travie Boy and Medina. Right back at him in Crimson Spade from 2nd. Camacho saved the rail on Some Overture. He's in stride with Long Blade 3rd and 4th. Back to 5th is Wildcat Saint. Then comes Grand Junior ahead of Black Pepper, and American River is far back. They run to the top of the stretch. Travie Boy holds the inside edge. Crimson Spade, Long Blade, Some Overture cries for racetrack. Wildcat Saint on the outside. Top of the lane, Travie Boy with the lead. Some Overture, Long Blade, the 2 favorites have every opportunity. 1/8 of a mile to go. Long Blade on the outside. Some Overture to the inside. Some Overture a neck on top. Long Blade right back at him, but Some Overture has the measure. Some Overture is in front. 2nd, Long Blade, Black Pepper from way out of it for 3rd, and 4th was Travie Boy.
Favorites run 1-2 in today's first race, and dare I say, the ground covered probably made the difference. Some Overture stayed inside around the far turn, while Long Blade had no choice but to go wide. A neck separated him in the end, with Some Overture getting the better end of the deal under Sammy Camacho for Bobby DeBona and the Love Unlimited Thoroughbreds. We go to the second race, a 5.5 furlong maiden claimer. Scratch 4 and 5, so just 4 went postward. The favorites were 1, Warrior Spirit, and 6, Moochie Man.
And they're off. Good start from between horses for Free Flame. Warrior Spirit has speed from the rail. Moochie Man away in the top flight. 3 across the course here. And the early trailer is just amazing. Down the backstretch they go. No easy lead at all for Warrior Spirit. Free Flame is in between horses. Hyro's trying to rate him, but that's a tough spot to do it as Rios is all over him with 3 wide running Moochie Man. At the back is just amazing. This is an ideal setup for him if he's good enough, but he's dropped better than 7 lengths off the lead. Less than 3/8 to go. Warrior Spirit is put away Free Flame, but Moochie Man is right with him on the outside. Free Flame's going to try to angle and re-rally from 3rd. Just Amazing is 4th with a 1/4 mile left to get. Warrior Spirit has the lead. On the outside, Moochie Man within a neck of the leader. Free Flame's got a shot again. He's rallying toward the inside. 3/16 to go. Warrior Spirit now has the lead, but he's got Free Flame who's back for more. And on the inside, it's Free Flame and Hyro Rendon who dropped back around the far turn to save some energy, and that energy is well used now. It's Free Flame kicking clear to win by 4. Warrior Spirit 2nd, Moochie Man 3rd, then Just Amazing.
Number 2, Free Flame, wisely backed off of an untenable situation going around the far turn. Hyro got him to settle, take a second wind, and rally again for the score with Joe Orsino and PTJ Stable. Again, Hyro Rendon, your winning pilot. 1, Warrior Spirit, he's a tough customer, but he had to settle for 2nd, and we'll be right back.
The best chance for success begins with a solid foundation. At Hardacre Farm, early personal one-on-one care starts the journey to becoming a champion. Bred to leading stallions, our mares represent the highest standards. Hardacre Farm's signature in the breeding industry. Based in Ocala, Florida, breeder and owner Amy Tarrant has inspired excellence throughout her entire career. In your quest for success, start with Hardacre Farm, breeding the champions of tomorrow.
Back now for the 3rd race of the afternoon, 6 furlongs over the main track. Claimer's in for a price tag of $6,250. A field of 7 lined up, and this was a wide open betting race.
And they're off. Proud Legacy away quickly. Sent is Aurora Princess, and from between horses, Rethink Me. Aurora Princess to the top. Away in fourth is Mayday Magic, then up the inside in Rose Path. The two at the back, Hurricane Roberta and Chastity. Down the backstretch they go. Lionel Reyes and Aurora Princess intent on getting to the front, but they lead only a neck as Rethink Me keeps the pressure on second. Proud Legacy is third. Rose Path at the inside is fourth, followed fifth by Mayday Magic. Then Hurricane Roberta and Chastity is last. Aurora Princess has been overhauled already by longshot Rethink Me, who has the lead. Proud Legacy moves to take second around Aurora Princess third. Rose Path warming to the task. 3 wide while fourth and 4 lengths off the lead. Mayday Magic working awfully hard. The back markers have yet to materialize as Rethink Me tries to spring the upset. They went a half mile in 45 and 4. Rethink Me's traveling awfully well for a big long shot. She's 3/16 from home and she's 3 on top. Proud Legacy asked to quicken by Sanchez, getting not much of a response. Clearly second, but Rethink Me is clearly in front. 25-1 the number. Jairo Rendon for a riding double as Rethink Me in an upset. Wins by 2.5. Proud Legacy second. Third is Rose Path, then Aurora Princess and Mayday Magic.
Going into today's third race, 5 of the 7 horses were taking support. One of the horses who did not was Rethink Me. And they might have to rethink that. The daughter of Utopia gets the job done, giving Jairo Rendon back-to-back scores. She traveled well into the race today for owner-trainer Patrick Marcondes. We go to the fourth race and kick off the Rainbow Six, a 1-mile claimer. Price tag here, $12,500. Scratch 2, Accountant Q, a field of 6. All eyes on number 6, Beau Trace.
And they're off. From the center, Peace Accord gets the first call. Toward the inside, Lawyer Drill is going to run with him early. And Gaffleone takes hold of Beau Trace. He'll land third, stalking the top 2. Away in fourth is Mysterio, then El Playon, and Braver Than We Are as last of all as they link up with the main course. Jeffrey Sanchez and recent maiden winner Lawyer Drill with a 1.5 length lead after an opening quarter. Second, Peace Accord. Third, Beau Trace. Fourth is Mysterio. 3 clear of El Playon, and Braver Than We Are is last. Inside 5/8 from home, the opening quarter was 23 and 2. Lawyer Drill putting up the numbers with a 2-length lead. Peace Accord is second, Beau Trace on the outside third. Back fourth is Mysterio, 4 clear of Braver Than We Are, and El Playon is last. They go to the half-mile mark. They pass that half-mile mark and trip the beam in 46 and 2. Advantage to Lawyer Drill, but that's a pretty stiff pace. Second is the long shot Peace Accord. Third, while 3 wide is Beau Trace. You can see Gaffleone giving him some rain to work with and trying to get a response from this big favorite. It's a gap of 3 to Mysterio ahead of Braver Than We Are and El Playon with a 1/4 mile left to get. With the advantage, Lawyer Drill, but not for long, as Beau Trace is issuing the challenge, and Mysterio's going to try to come up the inside lane. After 3 quarters and 1:11 and 1, they turn for the money. Beau Trace now asked to quicken up by Gaffleone. He straightens him up, and he gets a neck advantage. Lawyer Drill, game and boxing right on here. Back to third and Mysterio, 16th to go. Beau Trace is in front. Lawyer Drill, all heart toward the rail. It's Beau Trace and Lawyer Drill. Beau Trace, Lawyer Drill, Beau Trace. Not how you want to win if you're on a 2 to 5, but it all pays the same as Beau Trace gets the money from a very game Lawyer Drill in 137 and 2.
Thought I might have to eat a little bit of crow about 1/16 of a mile from the wire in today's fourth race. Lawyer Drill looked like he was all in turning for home, and maybe he was, and Beau Trace just waited on him, or maybe Beau Trace was just playing around. I'm not sure which, but the job was done by the big favorite Beau Trace to get the money under Tyler Gaffleone for Safi Joseph Jr. and Frank Calabrese, son of Beauchois, to kick off the Rainbow Six. Let's go to the 5th race now, the start of the late pick 5 furlongs on turf. Claimer is in for a price tag of $12,500. A field of 8, the favorite was the 5, Sleeping Giant.
And they're off. Good start for Sleeping Giant, who's headed off for the early lead. Up on the outside, Fuzzy Irish Rascal and Sturgeon away in the top flight. Down inside, Day of Reckoning fourth. Fifth in between horses is Giant's Voice, then Hardened. Second last, Xandar, and the trailer is Who Cares? They make their way down the backstretch and past the half-mile mark. And with the advantage, it's the favorite, Sleeping Giant, by a neck. On the outside, Fuzzy Irish Rascal is there second. Trying to thread the needle as Day of Reckoning toward the rail. Sturgeon gets started on the outside. Sturgeon all the way up into third and racing toward the top. In between horses, it's Giant's Voice, then back to the outside and Hardened. Gap of 3 to Xandar, and still at the back is Who Cares? 22 and 1 for the opening quarter speed. Off the turn in the stretch drive. Sleeping Giant with a host of pursuers, but he still has the lead. lead. Sturgeon on the outside tries to get to him second toward the inside, and that's Day of Reckoning. Final eighth of a mile with the advantage at Sleeping Giant. Sturgeon on the outside just can't get by as Sleeping Giant, the son of Red Giant, is too good. Sturgeon is second, closer for third. Fuzzy Irish Rascal photos with Day of Reckoning, 56-4.
Number 5, Sleeping Giant, was wide awake in this one, going gate to wire under an energetic ride from Edgar Zayas, from Mike Napoli and Gilberto Zerpa. 8, Sturgeon, made the start today. He had to cover some ground around the far turn and ran a good second. Time for a commercial break. We'll be right back.
And they're off in the Princess Rudy with a quarter mile left to go. 4 off the top of the turn. Race for the Kathleen O'Connell barn in front by 5 with just an eighth of a mile to go. And she's turning in this into a runaway. The powerhouse performance. She punches her ticket to the Breeders' Cup and wins by 5.
And Ghost Zepper is pulling away. Ghost Zepper blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Awesome again has won. Ghost Zepper kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
Back now for race number 6, leadoff leg of the late pick 4. Maidens of the special weight variety traveled 6 furlongs, scratched 1 Fritzen. Race time favorite was number 6, Hip Hip Jorge.
And they're off. Unpublished and every day's a holiday. The first 2 to break the line. The big favorite, Hip Hip Jorge, away and racing third toward the inside. That's Awesome Action fourth. Back to fifth is Gump, and the trailer is Riches Rags. Down the backstretch they go. They complete the eighth of a mile, and every day is a holiday. And Jairo Rendon lead the way 3 parts of a length. Unpublished is there second. Hip Hip Jorge down at the inside is moving sharply to the leader. Torres secured the rail spot and moved right through to take the lead. 22-1 for the opening quarter speed. It's Hip Hip Jorge in front 3 parts of a length. Unpublished is second. Every day's a holiday's a tough horse to ride right now. Trying to get out pretty bad on Jairo. Down at the inside, Awesome Action with Gump, and Riches Rags is at the back as they run to the top of the stretch. Hip Hip Jorge in front by a half a length. From between horses, every day's a holiday. From angling out from the outside, and Awesome Action. Widest of all in Gump. 3/16 to go. Hip Hip Jorge on top by 2.5. Awesome Action and Zayas take aim inside the final furlong. Awesome Action starts to gain ground on Hip Hip Jorge. Hip Hip Jorge digs. Awesome Action surges. Awesome Action's got him. Awesome Action wins. Hip Hip Jorge was second. Unpublished third. Gump fourth in 1:11 flat.
Number 6, Hip Hip Jorge, run down and lost on the square here by number 2, Awesome Action, at a huge number in the debut run for trainer Ralph Nix and Edgar Zayas. Jacks Are Better Farm owned and bred this son of Awesome, of course, who spoils the party to start the late pick 4. 7th race, the start of the late pick 3, 5 furlongs on the turf course, allowance optional claiming runners. These are Florida-bred fillies and mares with a field of 8. Favorites were 1, Nike Can, and 8, Taylor's in Orbit.
And they're off. For the lead, it's My Sarasota Star rushing to the front. She's opened a length and a half already. Moving up down toward the inside, Nike Can to be second. Out wide in Corey Gal. Out the back door, Majestic Mayara with Taylor's in Orbit just ahead of her as My Sarasota Star got clear. Prado and My Sarasota Star a length and a half in front as True Heiress moves to be second. Nike Can toward the rail third. Corey Gal is outside fourth ahead of Mir in fifth. Gap of 4 to All About Stella, and Taylor's in Orbit is last. 21-2 for the opening quarter speed as they round the far turn. Here's True Heiress to take a shot at My Sarasota Star. Nike Can is on from third, back to fourth inside. Coming on is All About Stella with a quarter of a mile left to get. On the inside, My Sarasota Star to the outside, True Heiress into the clear. Nike Can starts to rally. All About Stella toward the rail, and Taylor's in Orbit hits high stride on the far outside. Here comes Taylor's in Orbit, going to try to run down Nike Can. Taylor's in Orbit under a full head of steam. Here's the finish. Taylor's in Orbit is in time. Taylor's in Orbit and Luca Panici in the last jump nailed Nike Can in 57 flat.
How can you not be a fan of a horse like Taylor's in orbit? She's just so reliable. She runs the same race every time. Sometimes it's good enough, sometimes it's not. Today, it was good enough as she gets up in the final jump under jockey Luca Panici for trainer George Bush and an ownership group of Martin Silver, Mike Martha, and Scott Borchetta, and Tommy Rowe. Time for a commercial break. Still to come, the late Daily Double. Don't go away.
Whether you're at home or at the track, have a stake in the race when you bet with ExpressBet. Sign up for an ExpressBet online betting account and receive up to a $500 sign-up bonus.
Back now for race number 8 on the program. First half of the late Daily Double. 6.5 furlongs over the main track. Claimers in for $25,000. Scratched 1, Flagey Braves. Favorites were 6, Yodelahu, and 7 follow his footsteps.
And they're off. Excellent beginning for Hard Bell. It was a less than stellar getaway for Yodelahu, who's second last to get underway. Follow His Footsteps has the lead early on. Hard Bell broke with the leaders, but is now being shuffled back as Old Timers Day moves up down toward the inside. Our Mercedes Boy is now into second. Follow His Footsteps third. Scribe is fourth. Out wide while racing second last is Yodelahu. And Hard Bell, who actually won the start, is last of all as they approach the half-mile mark. With the advantage, it's Old Timers Day, and Jairo Rendon by a neck. Our Mercedes Boy second. Follow His Footsteps third. Hard Bell back for more now fourth. Inside of the favorite Yodelahu, who's now fifth. And at the back of the field is Scribe. There's less than 3 furlongs to run. With the advantage now, Follow His Footsteps. Our Mercedes Boy right back at him. Hard Bell gliding into the clear for an opportunity outside of him and Yodelahu. They went the opening half mile in 44 and 4, and they're at the top of the stretch. Hard Bell sweeping up on the outside to challenge for the lead. Our Mercedes Boy cuts the corner with Follow His Footsteps. Down the stand side, that's Yodelahu. Final eighth of a mile, and Hard Bell kicks it in now under Jimenez, and Hard Bell moves to a 3-length lead. Our Mercedes Boy is firing a big shot off the shelf, but he's only second best to Hard Bell, who debuts for the New Connections with a 3-length win. Our Mercedes Boy second. Scribe finished last as Yodelahu ran third and won 16 and 3. Runners away. Forever Marta was one of the first to break the line, but up to challenge is Donna Me Up, and moving out the rail, Queen Brunette. Far outside, there goes Bitcoin Queen to cross and clear. Bitcoin Queen to the top. Queen Brunette is now second. Donna Me Up is third. Saving ground is Strike My Fancy. 3 wide Forever Marta. She fled the scene, works between horses. The back markers include Noble Maria, Mary and Mike, and Sweet Blossom, as this leader's gone farther ahead. Bitcoin Queen and Mirage off the lead now by 6, and they paid the opening quarter in 22 and 3. Appears entirely too fast to gallop as they run down the backstretch. Queen Brunette is second. Donna Me Up is third. Forever Marta is fourth. Toward the inside, that's Strike My Fancy, who's had pace to chase fifth. She fled the scene. The gray is between horses. At the back of the field are Noble Maria and Sweet Blossom, as Mary and Mike makes a brush all the way up into fourth. Inside half a mile away, Bitcoin Queen went the opening half mile in 46 and 4. Her strides are shortening, but she's still 3 on top. Toward the inside, Strike My Fancy will have no better opportunity to win than this, as she's moving right now and moving right into contention to take the lead. She fled the scene, follows her. Mary and Mike's on the outside. Noble Maria has to go 5 wide, and they're at the top of the stretch. Strike My Fancy comes away with the lead. She fled the scene to hold off, and an eighth of a mile to do it. Strike My Fancy with the lead. On the outside, she fled the scene, coming at her. Eighth of a mile left. On the outside, she fled the scene, has now poked a neck on top. Strike My Fancy with a great trip is trying to battle back. Here she comes, and she got back up, I think. Strike My Fancy, and Tyler Gaffleone finally got a response from her. She rallied inside of She Fled the Scene. It's tight in 131 and 3.
And that wraps up Monday's action. We're back here on Thursday, 4th of July, with a special 12-race card. And our first race post is 12:45 p.m. And stay all evening long because we got fireworks for you on 4th of July. Good night, good luck.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.